guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be sharing with you guys my drugstore starter kit suggestions because there are so many products and brands that's out in the market, and I know it can be overwhelming because you have so many different options to choose from, more than when I was starting out wearing makeup. So I kind of figured I would just pull together my favorite drugstore products in terms of beginner friendly and just the best product, the best brand, so that way you guys can just go into the store, pick it up, and be done with it. I hope you guys find this video helpful, and I hope you guys find the tips helpful as well. If you guys did not subscribe to my channel, definitely hit the subscribe button. It will definitely help me out a lot. Make sure you guys give this video a huge thumbs up and turn on your notifications so you guys can know when I have uploads, because I have been uploading consistently on my channel, which I'm so proud of. So again, make sure you guys subscribe, share with your friends and family. Again, it will help your girl out a lot. I am trying my goal is to hit 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and I need you guys' help to make it happen. So again, subscribe, share with your friends and family. It will help me out a lot. But yeah, if you guys want to see how I created this look using my drugstore suggestions, then of course, let's get started. Alright you guys, so starting off, I'm just going to start with my brow product. It's going to be the CoverGirl Ultrafine Brow Pencil in the color called Soft Brown, which look like this. And my two favorite is going to be this one and the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. That one I'm completely out of, so I'm using my CoverGirl one, but I just like this because it's so easy to work with. You have a nice fine tip on the end for the pencil, so you can easily create those hair-like brush strokes to make your brows look more natural. And then you have a really good spoolie on the end. It's not that really cheap, flimsy brush that some brands give you. It's a really nice spoolie. So you're just going to go ahead and just brush your brows hair up. And I feel like when it comes down to brows, it all boils down to like personal preference, whether you like more natural brows, whether you like more defined brows. It just boils down to like your personal preference and what kind of shape you go for. I'm not the best at brows, I'm not gonna even lie to you, but I just do what's best for my brows, and I just kind of tweak it that way. So you're just going to outline the edge of your brows. And then next, you're just gonna fill the brows in. Some people just use pomade because it's just a little bit easier to fill in the brows. I just used this pencil that I got from LA Colors. It's going to be their eyeliner brow pencil, only because it's definitely more thicker, as you guys can see on the point, so it just fills in the brow hair so much faster compared to this one. But again, it just boils down to what you're looking for. So you can either do this one or the LA Colors or a brow pomade. Again, the choice is yours, but I definitely use this to create the front part of the brow, because you don't want it to be too harsh in the front. It's gonna look so unrealistic and unnatural. All right, next you're just gonna take your concealer to clean up the brow so it can look more neat and put together. All right, moving on into my favorite part is going to be the eyeshadows. It was so hard to boil down to like my go-to eyeshadow brand. I only pulled out one for the video, but I have two to talk about. The first one is going to be the Profusion brand. I love their brand in terms of eyeshadows for the drugstore. They're super affordable, but they're so pigmented and the quality is there. This is going to be the Siennas palette. It's going to be my favorite palette from them. It's going to be a 21 pan eyeshadow palette. You can actually get it at Walmart or of course like their website. But y'all, the quality of these are so amazing. Again, it's super affordable. It's not patchy, it's easy to blend. The colors and hair work together, so you don't have to just sit there and worry about what is going to make sense with each other. Because I know for me, when I was starting off doing makeup, I would see a palette like this and I would get so scared because I'm like, oh my god, there's so many colors in here, what makes sense? And I would always just run from these kind of palettes and just stick to like a small 4 quad eyeshadow palette, because those to me made more sense, because it pretty much just put like the guesswork into it for you. Even like Wet n Wild, they would have the actual color icon eyeshadow palettes where they would have, this is for the lid, this is for the crease, this is for your whatever. So those pretty much just kind of like walk you through where the eyeshadow placement was best. But I just feel like in terms of just overall, definitely get your hands on the Profusion brand. And also Makeup Revolution, they have some really good eyeshadow palettes as well. Theirs cost, I believe, $7 if I'm not mistaken, for their eyeshadow palettes. Again, super affordable. I wrote about that brand all the time as well in terms of eyeshadow palettes, but definitely Profusion is going to be used for today's video. All right, so I want to create a nice everyday soft glam look. Nothing that's too done up, nothing that's too over the top, because in my mind, if you're a beginner, I don't want to overwhelm you in terms of using like 5, 6 colors. So I'm just going to use one eyeshadow color. And if you guys watch my channel, you guys know I do one eyeshadow looks. If I don't want to do anything too crazy, sometimes I'll just take one shadow and just make it work for my actual lid. So I'm going to do the same thing today so I don't scare you guys off. So I'm just going to take the color called Maybelline, which is going to be this color right here, as my one color for today's look. Again, something that's soft for every day, not like your natural look, but like your soft glam natural look, but not too glam, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take the Profusion brush, because these brushes do come in their palette. They're great quality brushes. Do not throw them away because they're really good brushes. I'm just going to tap into the product, and as you can see, when I tap into the product, I'm going to show you, there is no kickback. So it's pressed in there really nicely. Just going to tap off the brush to get the excess product off. And I'm just going to start in the crease right here. So I'm going to put the majority of the product on the outer edge of my eye. And then when I work my way into the crease, it isn't going to be too much product, so it's not so like harsh and so like bam. So we're going to start off that way. But first, with my eyeshadow primer, I'm going to take the Broadway color eyeshadow primer. You can actually find this at the Dollar General. It's super affordable. It costs all of $3, and I love this eyeshadow primer. I tell you guys, I don't know how many times in all my videos I don't change out my eyeshadow primers, because it's one of those products where I'm just like, it's an eyeshadow primer. If you don't want to use the eyeshadow primer, you can always use a concealer as well. Concealers work perfectly fine. Just make sure you set the concealer. Make sure you set the concealer with a powder, or you can also set the concealer with the actual color in the eyeshadow palette, like something like this. You can use to like set your concealer if you wanted to. So use a concealer, use a primer. The choice is yours. I just opt to use the eyeshadow primer. So again, it's going to start off at the edge. As you can see, I have more product out here, and just going to go inwards. And you're just doing windshield wiper motions. All right, going back in again. And now for the lid, I'm actually going to pat the product on the lid. Not swipe, but actually pat it. That way you get the most pigment. And it will look something like this. Go back in one more time and pat it on. And that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to take another brush. It's going to be another blending brush. It's going to be the Morphe M532. Morphe has really good brushes as well, so definitely check them out at Ulta, or of course the Morphe website. I'm just going to blend my edges around so it's not so harsh. I'm just going to do the same thing to this eye. All right, moving on into the face. I do have two face primers in front of me. I have the Wet n Wild Photofocus Rose 3-in-1 Primer Water. It's going to be a prep, set, and refresh spray. They do have different scents. I have the one that's called Rose. They have Rose, Cucumber, and I want to say Coconut if I'm not mistaken. Wet n Wild is super affordable. You can get it at the drugstore. I want to say this probably costs all of $5 if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just going to go ahead and just spray my face. And it feels so hydrating, and it smells so good as well. And then for my actual face primer, I have the Wet n Wild Water Drop Primer. It's going to be the Rose one as well. Keep in mind, I do have dry skin, so I think the best thing is to know what is your skin type. Are you dry? Are you oily? Are you combination? Are you normal? Because my products may not work for you all the way, because keep in mind, I have more products that's going to work for dry skin. However, some products you can use that's both for dry skin and for oily skin and for everybody. So just keep in mind what kind of skin type you have, because your products might be different from mine in terms of more mattifying or more hydrating. And again, some products can work for all skin types, so just keep that in mind. So I do have the Water Drop Primer. This one can work for both oily and dry because it's not heavy, it's lightweight, and it hydrates really well, but it's not anything that's too overly hydrating, and it smells amazing as well, and it's super affordable. So again, knowing your skin type is very important, because like I said, I use more hydrating face products, where the person that's oily might use more mattifying products. So some products can work for both. Just going to rub this into my skin. All right, I'm just gonna spray my face one more time. All right, so for foundation, I picked the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation. The Fit Me line is so amazing. When this product came out, I want to say it was back in 2017, 2018. I want to say 2017 if I'm not mistaken. This product did so well. They do have the Dewy and Smooth for people that have dry skin like me, and then they also have the matte version if you have oily skin. So that's why I pulled this foundation out, because they do have a version for everybody. So again, if you have oily skin, they have the matte version. If you have dry skin, it'll be the Dewy and Smooth. It's going to be more of a medium coverage foundation. You can easily build it up, but I just think it's a really good foundation for like everyday wear. It's nothing that's too heavy, it lasts all day, and it's not cakey either. There's no pump on it, so you have to pour it out, and a little bit goes a long way. I'm in the color called, I want to say it's Toffee. Yes, Toffee 330. And I'm using a Real Technique brush, because Real Technique have really great brushes at the drugstore. You can find them at Ulta and Walmart. They have really great face brushes, and that's why I wanted to use them in today's video. The one that I'm using is going to be the Expert Base Brush. I love to use it for my foundations because it blends out so nicely, and I have so much control with this brush. And because it's a small shape, it fits really good into like those like small areas in your face. So that's why you always see me use this brush in all of my videos, because it's just amazing to work with. All right, so I'm just gonna take my Sonia Kashuk beauty sponge. Y'all, this sponge is amazing. You can get it at Target. It builds up, not builds up, but it like gets wet and it gets really big, and it's so like bouncy when you push it into your skin. But I always love to use a sponge to pretty much just make my foundation look more seamless. Only because sometimes when you use a brush, you can get brush strokes on your face and it's not attractive at all. So I always go with a sponge just to make everything look more airbrush, look more seamless, look more flawless. And it's just the best tip that I can give you if you are like me and like to use a brush. I don't use actual sponges directly on my face in terms of applying foundation. I just like to use a brush. So this step just makes it look more flawless. All right, so moving on into concealer, I do have the CoverGirl Trueblend concealer in the color called Golden Caramel. This concealer is so amazing. Like, it's super full coverage. If you like more of a full coverage concealer, you can do more medium coverage like the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, or you can be like me where I like full coverage and do the CoverGirl Trueblend. It is so easy to blend out. It looks very hydrating under the eyes, but at the same time it's like a matte finish. So I like this product, and again, it's easy to blend out. They have a decent shade range with this product, so you can probably find your color, and you don't have to rush to blend this product out. Some products you have to like rush to blend out because it dries down so fast. This product you can actually take your time with it, so definitely check this product out as a concealer option. Just gonna take that same sponge and just blend out the concealer. And when it comes to concealers, you can do a color that's exactly your skin tone if you don't want to highlight under your eyes. I prefer to have a mixture in my collection, some that's going to be a little bit lighter than my skin tone, so I can actually highlight under my eyes, so I can have like some dimension to my face. Or I'll do something that's more matching like my actual skin tone. That way, if I want to have a more natural look, I don't have like a bright under eye. So I do more of the bright under eye for like a dramatic look, but I do something that's more matching towards my skin tone for a more everyday look like today. So I do think having the different options in your collection is handy. So just get one that's a little bit lighter than your skin tone, and then just get one that matches your skin tone, and I think you'll pretty much be good to go. And as you can see, everything blended out really well. All right, so for loose powder, I do have the Airspun loose face powder. I'm not gonna use it today because we're doing a more like natural look, but I would use this to set under my concealer if I wanted to keep it nice and bright. This one is so smooth on the face. I always tell you guys it's like a filter. It's on my face. There's no flashback, and I think if you have dry skin, it's going to work perfectly for you. Only because most loose face powders is pretty much like mattifying. This one isn't like mattifying all the way, so definitely check it out. You can get it at Walmart, but I'm not going to use it today. Just wanted to show you guys what it looked like. But for my actual pressed powder, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me powder to set my face. I have it in 355 coconut, and it's a really good powder. It doesn't add anything extra to your face. It's just a nice lightweight powder just to kind of set your makeup and keep it in place. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush, which looks like this. e.l.f. has really good brushes. You can get it at Target. They're super affordable, like really affordable. Just gonna use it to set my face. And setting your makeup is so important because you don't want it to like shift and move on you all day long. You just want to lock it into place. So make sure you pretty much just get a face powder just to kind of set your makeup. All right, moving on into bronzer. I did select the Morphe bronzer because they had a nice shade range for their bronzer options. This bronzer is going to have a version where you have some shimmer on this side, and then this one is going to be matte on this side. So it's going to be like a bronzer and contour duo. So again, the bronzer is going to have the shimmer in it, and the contour side is just going to be matte with no shimmer in it. So again, I got the Morphe bronzer. You can get it at Ulta. It's just a really nice option in terms of shade range, in terms of your darker complexions. Y'all know it's hard to find bronzers for us, so that's why I chose Morphe for this video. Also, it's super pigmented. I always just blend mine together like this. It's super pigmented and it looks so beautiful on the skin. And I'm always light-handed with my bronzers. I don't go too heavy, too intense. Just a nice sweep of the product on your face. And I always start back here by my ear and just pull it forward. And do a little bit on my forehead. I'm going to take my same powder brush, no extra product, and just going to go over it to diffuse any harsh lines on my face. You could actually use a stippling brush for this part, but my stippling brush, I didn't pull it out for this video. So just use a stippling brush if you have one on hand, because it's going to blend it even better. But again, your powder brush that you used earlier is fine also. All right, next product is going to be blush. I pulled out the e.l.f. blush palette. I like to use actual palettes like these for my blushes because they are super affordable and you get so many different color options. You can also get the individual blushes if you want to, but I just think palettes are more beneficial because you have, again, different colors in here, so you don't really need anything else besides just that one palette, unless you want to have different individual palettes in your collection. So I pulled out e.l.f. because it's super affordable, it's really pigmented. I have the one called dark, and then they also have the one called light if you're lighter than me. And I'm just going to take this color right here, and I'm using the Real Technique blush brush. It is so freaking fluffy and it blends out the product really nicely, so I love this brush. I'm just gonna smile and apply it to the apples of your cheeks, and then you're just gonna pull the product back. And if you go too heavy-handed, it's fine, because you're always gonna blend your product out. You're never gonna leave it just like this on your face. So you'll take that same stippling brush that you use to blend out your bronzer, to blend out your blush. That way you're infusing the two together. And this product, you can go super light like this, or you can easily like build up the product to make it super intense. That's why I love that blush, because it's just amazing and you have so much control with it. So just gonna blend this product out so it's not like too harsh on the face. All right, next product is going to be highlighter. I pulled out the Wet n Wild Megaglo highlighting powder in out of my Canopy. They have so many different color options for your skin tone. Out of my Canopy looks really good against Woman of Color. I also like Awesome Blossom. That one is really pretty. I'm using the Real Technique. It's going to be their setting brush. I use it for highlighter personally for me because it applies better that way. So we're going to use that for our highlighter and our brush today. And this one is so pretty. It's really subtle, but you can make it intense if you want to. But I'm going to keep it subtle today. You can see that. See, it's really subtle and pretty. You're pretty much just making like a C shape when you apply your highlighter. A little bit on the nose. Not too much to where it's like Rudolph, but just a little bit on the nose. So definitely check out Wet n Wild for your highlighter options, because you have so many color options and these are really good. And then last time, you're going to take that same brush and just blend it out, because you don't want any like hard stripes on your face, because some highlighters are super intense where you can go like overboard, and then some are subtle like this where it's not too much work to maneuver it. Another highlighter that's going to be good from the brand is going to be Maybelline, the Master Chrome. Those are really good options as well if you want to check that brand out for highlighters. All right, diving back into the Siennas palette, I'm going to take that same color called Madly to apply it on the bottom lash line. Anytime you have an eyeshadow palette that have brushes like these, I know we always tend to throw these brushes out. Do not throw these brushes out, because you can easily take the brush just to do your bottom lash line, because they fit perfectly under there. So don't throw these brushes out. Just keep them for your bottom lash line to apply your color. It's super handy for that. So that's a good tip. All right, you guys, so I just applied my mascara off camera because my camera died on me. It got overheated, but I just used the Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara. The Essence brand has the best mascaras hands down in the drugstore. You can get it at Ulta, and they're super inexpensive. I'm not gonna do lashes today because again, lashes can just be too much if you're just starting off in makeup, but I would definitely say check out the Kiss brand if you want to do some lashes. Their lashes are easy to apply. They have so many different styles. Kiss and Ardell are my two favorite brands for lashes, so definitely check them out. But I'm just going to stick to my natural lashes since we're doing a more soft natural beat to the face. So definitely check out Essence. And then the last step is just going to be our lip products. I pulled out the NYX Intense Butter Glosses for my lip product because I just love, number one, I love glosses. Number one, I think glosses are so cute on the lips for a woman, and I just think it just looks so like sexy and luscious. But I do have the color called Chocolate Crepe. They have so many different color options you can choose from, whether you want something that's more pinky, something that's going to be more nude, just different options. So definitely check them out. And that's going to take the Xtreme Shine Lip Cream and just put a little dab in the middle. I want to tone down this color just a little bit. Alright, you guys, this is pretty much the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found it super helpful. I had so much fun filming it because I was able to go back into my collection and pull out some old favorites to play with. And I just enjoyed this nice, soft, glam beat look. So you could definitely wear this look if you want to wear makeup but not do too much makeup but still look like done up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, please remember to give it 2 thumbs up. Make sure you guys rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.